Hello everybody and welcome. Today with another video, I wanted to make an update for the ROG Ally on Bazzite, how it feels and how does it look so far, what is my experience. So let's go to the Elgato capture and I'm gonna get directly here. You're lucky, you don't need to see my face, but you will hear my voice. So here I can normally just connect my controller and have directly the experience that you would have on Steam Deck as well. I don't notice any differences if I am here or I'm on the Steam Deck. The only obvious thing that you get is that you cannot turn on the operating system or anything here without pressing the button, but you don't have to deal with passwords or anything like that. You are in here, there is no need for licenses or anything or passwords. Press the button, Steam OS boots up, you play the game. That's it. That's how it should be, in my opinion. This is a portable console. You shouldn't be reminded that this is a laptop because it is really a laptop hardware wise, but we are tricking ourselves that this is a console and this is fine. I prefer like the this way better than the booting up experience with Windows and everything. Another thing to mention, obviously, one of the best points for me to do this was sleep mode. Sleep mode was one of the best things that you can have in this distro. You just press the click, it switches off, and if you're sleeping, I will guess it's around 13% to 20% how much lower it will get overnight. So that's pretty good. I think that that's pretty acceptable power that will go down, and you don't have to worry immediately that you're losing power. The another thing that I want to say is that this is, as I said, the proper console experience on the handheld, and it also helps that you are taking some advantages that Steam is doing, Valve is doing for the Steam Deck. So, for example, here we are going to talk about shaders. Now, the first time you launch on this game, you are going to see that it's building up shaders. Depends on the game. The shaders could be something big or could be something that will take up to 20 minutes. But once it's done, then you play with no worries. I think it's way better this way. It's like installing something. When it's done, then you can play the game and you don't have to think about or it's lagging or something like that. You can completely just play from the start to finish and you should have no problems. It's one of my favorite things really in here because you don't really have to think about like sometimes that there are some problems on PC that are not ironed out, and the Steam shaders help a lot. This happens, I believe, in general in Linux, not specifically to this thing, but yeah, I really do like it. Now, what else I want to say is that because this is also community driven, Linux in general is community driven, but this specific distro is made by the community. And they're trying to give you the best experience to have like it's a console, like it's closer to the Steam OS. And that is why I really like it so far, because you can do so many cool things with this thing. Moving on, I'm going to talk a little bit about the cons of this. Which first is that obviously, if you were using Game Pass, now you cannot use it with this. If you choose to go the dual boot situation, you can totally do that. But I prefer to just have one operating system in my system, and that's why I chose this. I also don't care to play unsupported games. For example, something like Destiny or Call of Duty and stuff like that. Personally, I don't care. Um, as I said, those gonna be some issues that you're obviously gonna have, and I don't know if you would call it an issue, but you cannot wake up the device like the Steam Deck OLED with the controller. It is a con for me because I really like it on the Steam Deck. I can treat the thing like a console completely, and it gives me the illusion. And having to press the button, it's not the best, but it's not the worst either, because the rest of the experience here is pretty good. Now, some improvements and some changes that I had since I started using this thing is that, as I said before on the other video, you go in here, you press this, and that's how you update it. That's how you update the system. If you want to add different channels for the Steam client here, you can enable the developer mode and then go to the, where is it? Oh yeah, developer mode on the bottom, and you can enable the composite debug first and then a show advanced update channels. This is just so you can have the specific thing about not like having the option to go to the client, to the Steam client beta, but not on the beta of Bazzite. So this is completely cool with me. So you can see how you do the updates. It's everything is very consoleized. And one of the things that I appreciate on this is I never even think now that, oh, I need a keyboard. It's like the Steam Deck. You don't need a keyboard to do things. If you want, you can even do them with a virtual keyboard. It's not that big of a deal. And usually, if you're watching a guide, the command is going to be pasted. So you don't really have to use a keyboard. For me, to use a keyboard on this, the only thing that I did was first when I was setting it up, and I needed to put one command. And that's what I used the keyboard for. Otherwise, I didn't need to use anything. And it feels fantastic. You don't have to feel anxious if something breaks or something. Everything is programmed to work. The new TDP control feature, because before I was using the Decky simple TDP, but now they updated, and the new feature here is the 8HD, I believe it's called, handheld diamond. We go here, we have the TDP that we adjust here is the universal TDP. And here is the TDP boost, which is CPU boost for the ROG Ally. You can select frequency, fan controls. You can change now the RGB. They are working on it. It's a new feature. You can select on which controller you want to emulate. You have choices between Xbox Elite and DualSense Edge because they're pretty cool both, and you can map the back buttons. That's one of the coolest things. The back buttons are now functional as normal in the games. I know you can do that on the ROG Ally itself, but if you're playing any game that you need to use the D-pad for any reason and you are pressing the macro button as well, it's pretty much very anxious to use it like that. It's very annoying. But with this, perfect. The two buttons that you will have, the ROG Ally button and the Armory Crate button, those two buttons now become Steam and the three dots. So you can open the menu like this from here, and like a guide button, like the Steam button or whatever, here. You can use all the shortcuts normally. You can take photos and stuff like that. So there is no problem at all. And later on, I will test with the Steam recording as well, which I tested it before. It works here, but I had to revert back because the Decky TDP wouldn't work with the Steam beta. It is one of the reasons that I don't want to rely on Decky because it is not the best. But with this, we are cool, I believe. So let's just jump into a game. Now I'm just thinking which game. Let's just jump into Elden Ring, right? Let's just jump into entering. I just hope. Ah, no. I don't think I'm into any spoilers. This is a hot game right now, so I think it's. If anyone wonders about anything, it's gonna be in kind of these games. So we're gonna start up the game here. Oh, did it crash? No, it didn't crash. a good a good word for a moment. So it started the game now. And let me open the volume as well. Now, the way that we can adjust per game the TDP is gonna be here. Maybe that's why it's malfunction a little bit. We will go here and we will both press TDP limit and we will go with, for example, at the start, we will go with 15 watts, right? And the cool thing is that you can have all of the things that you had before with how it was looking at everything. So here it's stuck at 40 frames. Is it something that I did? No, it's the watts. Okay. So in here, whatever, it's not really anything spoiler. Doesn't matter. Oh, shouldn't see the remembrances. So we go from here and I will go to the new place, right? But I will try to choose the place that usually had issues, I guess. And that will be here. I think before the big breeds was the problems that most people had. Clarify here that I have finished completely the last boss. So yeah. Hopefully whoever it watches is not very too much about spoilers. Anyway, we're gonna get on the torrent. Gonna roam around and we're gonna try to go to the castle. And we're gonna watch the frame rate overall. This is for 15 watts. I think this was the place here that had the worst performance overall. But then you go to the last boss and then you realize that's the worst performance in the game. But then, oh, okay, never mind. This is bad as well. So when it gets everything in here, right? It's not the best. It's 20 FPS. Not great. We are not doing great here. I just realized this. And this is something that is happening with Windows as well, obviously. But I think some things went here worse for the ROG Ally. But again, this is running on 15 watts, right? Did I get spread crossbow? I have no idea what this is. Is this a new crossbow? Is this a new weapon? This is the first time I'm coming here, by the way. Look at them go. But before we do anything else, what I want to do is increase the TDP. And now, because we are in here, we can go nuts and we can go 25, for example, right? And what I want to demonstrate is that this is now the difference if you're planning to use this docked versus the something like the Steam Deck. Here, you can go nuts and have the whole thing go very, very differently. And we're gonna start here with this. Let's see. Do anything this magic? It does. And just you can see the performance here. Obviously, is way better than before. This is a demanding area. Cool. And the cool thing again is that you can be here, you can have the specifically everything that you could do before with the ROG Ally, with the TDP controls, you can have it here as well. We know that this game is not like the best right now. It's not the most configured and everything like that. So this is not really a surprise to me that it's like a little bit up and down. But because we are on the Steam OS, we can choose to limit our FPS as well. So if I want to, now this is just for the capture card because normally I have 120 Hz. available. But right now, because I'm in here, I can change it if I want and have it 30 FPS locked. And does this work? I'm actually not sure. It's, it's capped on 20. I'm not sure why. Okay, now it. Oh, I don't know what's going on. Okay, I will change from this. Something is weird. Okay, and we are in here. Maybe it's a VRR bug or something. I'm not sure why. But obviously you can see that it runs, like in some cases it runs at pretty well frame rate. How did I even end up here? It runs a pretty well frame rate wise. And I do like it. That's for sure. Is this a new place? This is a new place. Oh my god, I've never been here. Randomly make a video about ROG Ally and I'm here. All right. Anyway, but I don't want to drag this too long because now we're gonna watch a lot of the parts from here. But I wanted to make sure that people understood that you can have like a very adjustable experience. And I think that is why if you use this now as docked mostly, I think that you're gonna have a very good experience if you are someone that wanted to play like the hybrid experience, and the Steam Deck doesn't really provide right now for some games the best. Hit them when they are weakest. Okay, cool. Oh. Oh. Woo. Oh, this dungeon gonna be annoying. I can tell already. This reminds me of the sewers. You know what? I will leave it for gameplay, like as a gameplay, what you can do here, what you can expect, right? And I'm gonna leave the settings as well. So if anyone is wondering what I'm running it at, it's 720p, high, medium, and mostly like medium, but with some high settings as well. The fan is going just a little bit off. There is not anything crazy going on. What is this? Oh, oh. Ah. Oh. Okay, cool. Interesting. Oh, so this is like a mine, but instead of a mine, it's like a magma mine, and you get like a lot of stones and stuff. So maybe it has a boss in here. Oh, try to fence me. I don't know if this is gonna survive, but dagger. Oh. I feel like I'm playing the Mario game that you have to run behind the boss to grab it. Mario 64, here we go. You know what? I'm good. I'm just leaving. Goodbye. I'm gonna take the stone and leave. Is that how you treat the guests? Oh, there is another ladder there. So obviously this is also a closed space, so the frame rate gonna be definitely better than normal, right? Because you're in a closed space, um, and that's why it is better in many cases. That is for sure. Did I come back? Did I just come back from where I came from without realizing? It feels like that. Yep, I did. Ah, not very bright. So we have the stuff here. Yeah, it has to be something in here. Can be just nothing. So whatever. So there must be something here then. Can't be that it's empty. I refuse to believe that. Oh, there we go. What after? There must be something. Interesting. Oh, what about over there? Yeah, there is something over there. Now the fan is quite audible at this point. Oh, there is also going down from here. Okay. Stones. I don't want smithing stones. Give me something good. Mate. Alright. Oh, something gonna open. What is this? Huh? Whoa, there we go. Oh, this is pretty cool area. Who knows where this is gonna lead. No! Oh no. Wait, what? That was it? There's no way. Did I miss something? Oh no, I'm stuck. Okay, not anymore. Ah, there you go. That makes sense. Oh, Anvil hammer. Oh, a somber. What? Ancient dragon somber stone. All right. I guess return. All right, and that's it. You saw a little bit of dungeon as well, and that's about it. This is how it performs on 30 watts. You can see the temperatures are quite rising, so definitely, in my opinion, I wouldn't really recommend going like above 25. I think that's the point that like diminishing returns kind of like striking, and you're not really getting anything. you're just making the device way hotter. As you can see, those 5 watts, look at the difference in temperatures, right? So that was the reason why I'm mostly on the Ally. I never really go above 20. I don't see any reason to go above 20. So that is pretty much what I did as well, because I found no reason to really do anything more than that. What is this? What is this? Okay. Thank you for watching, everybody. I will continue playing here and find out what is going on, but you all enjoy your day. See you next time.